stone remained little until the end of time. Kyle Stevens remained in a Michigan court on Tuesday and for all intents and purposes spat those words at Larry Nassar, the previous acrobatics specialist who started attacking her when she was only 6 years of age and who now faces an existence in jail for his serial rapes. They develop into solid ladies that are able to demolish your reality, Stevens said as Nassar, wearing blue jailhouse garments, covered his brow in his grasp, sobbing on occasion. She described how her allegation against Nassar, a family companion, shredded her family. She said her dad's overdue acknowledgement she was coming clean helped drive him to suicide. "You persuaded my folks I was a liar," she said to Nassar, who did not meet her look. Stevens was the first of almost 100 casualties who will give articulations at an unprecedented marathon condemning hearing for Nassar, who has conceded to attacking 10 young ladies however is charged by scores progressively, including Olympic gold medalists Simone Biles, Aly Raisman, Gabby Douglas and Michaela Maroney. The renowned competitors were not in the court. Raisman said she couldn't stand to see Nassar. However, a procession of the less commended overcame the spotlight to exposed points of interest of restless evenings and sentiments of disgrace. Continually, they remained at a platform with tears in their eyes and anger and trouble in their voices to tell the court how Nassar, 54, had abused them with ungloved hands under the pretense of examinations and medicines. "I regularly consider suicide," said Annette Hill, who saw Nassar for damage 2 decades back. Donna Markham talked in the interest of her girl, Chelsea, who conferred suicide in 2009, the finish of a descending winding that started with a solitary visit to Nassar's office when she was 10 years of age. "Consistently I miss her and everything began with him," she stated, racked with wails. "Everything began with him." Some said they didn't understand they had been attacked until the point when Nassar was unmasked in 2016 as a productive predator or until the point when he was captured months after the fact for a monstrous accumulation of youngster erotica. I knew following quite a while of safeguarding the brains. I knew I was one of them," said Alexis Moore, who started seeing Nassar when she was 9 years of age. A few casualties censured USA Gymnastics, which made Nassar its group doctor, and USA Gymnastics, where he had his games medication home, for neglecting to recognize the missteps they made when the embarrassment broke. Olivia Cowan, tears dribbling from her face now and again, was shocked that MSU's leader and trustees skirted the hearing, which is relied upon to last through Friday. "How advantageous that you chose not to go to today," she said derisively. "You are a weakling." Through everything, Nassar sat in the witness box with his head down. Now and again his body shook, and he every so often appeared to cry. He has just been condemned to 60 years on the government youngster erotica charges, and he could get twofolded on the state sexual mishandle accusations. Stevens requested that the judge guarantee that Nassar could never be allowed to hurt again, standing tall with the prosecutor wiping endlessly tears behind her. She portrayed how the specialist over and again attacked her in his cellar for quite a long time, stroking off with moisturizer before her, rubbing her foot on his private parts and abusing her with his fingers. "Without my insight or assent, I had occupied with my first sexual experience when I was in kindergarten," said Stevens, the main informer who was not attacked as a patient of Nassar's medicinal practice. She was 12 years of age when she at long last revealed to her folks about the manhandle. "They went up against Nassar and he denied it." Stevens' voice broken as she stated, "My folks trusted Larry Nassar over me." Her affirmation cracked her association with her folks, she said. Each time she and her dad got into a contention, he would advise her, "You have to apologize to Larry." When she was going to leave for school, she attempted to persuade her dad by and by that she was coming clean. This time, he trusted her, and watching that acknowledgement crawl over him just extended her torment. She and her dad endeavored to fix things up. However, he murdered himself in 2016. He was adapting to genuine medical issues at the time. However, Stevens has almost certainly that wasn't the main factor. Had he not needed to hold up under the disgrace and self-hatred that originated from his barrier of Larry Nassar, I trust he would have had a battling chance for his life, Stevens said. "I will not be attending the sentencing because it is too traumatic for me. My impact letter will be read in court in front of Nassar. I support the brave survivors. We are all in this together." #StopAbuse, Alexandra Raisman, at Ali Raisman, January 15, 2018. Larry Nassar wedged himself amongst myself and my family, she said. For quite a while, I told individuals I didn't have a family. Be that as it may, Stevens couldn't make tracks in an opposite direction from Larry Nassar's family. She stressed over his little girls and proceeded to watch them, going about as their defender and to pay for guiding. The circumstance was so dreamlike, she now and again thought about whether she had envisioned the manhandle. So she would replay the experiences again and again to keep up her grasp on reality. Her life turned into a cycle of discouragement, tension, dietary issues and other urgent conditions. She lay on the floor for a considerable length of time, hauling out her hair, and would take out her firearm to advise herself that she had some control over her life. Numerous mornings, she stated, she woke to the idea, I need to bite the dust. Stevens delayed and inquired as to whether she could address Nassar straightforwardly. At that point she advised him that after her folks initially went up against him, he sat on their lounge room sofa and addressed her. I tuned into you, let me know. Nobody ought to ever do that, and on the off chance that they do, you should tell somebody, she said. All things considered, Larry, I'm here, not to tell somebody, but rather to